What is up, folks? Bristol Gaming back with another episode of 7 Days to Die Mods Weekly, the show where we'll help you figure out what mods are good for you. And this week, as you can see here, we have a cool week ahead of us. Before we jump into anything, though, I do want to take a second to say thank you to everybody who's liked and subscribed on the content. Also, thank you, mod authors. Alpha 20 has not been out that long, but you guys are still kicking it, updating old mods, bringing new mods in. You guys are rocking it. Thank you so much. And I will say, Fun Pimps, thank you as well. Alpha 20 does look a lot better than it has before, than the game has been before. It just looks a lot more crisp. Everything's a little bit better. The optimization still needs to be worked on. When you get into high clutter areas and stuff like that, it still can bog down a system, but the game does look a lot prettier, so thank you for that. But now we're gonna go ahead and jump into our mods, and the first mod is Not a Newb Start by Aurora Giggle Fairy. So this is for more veteran players or people who do restarts and stuff a lot. This is one of the things that I really like, because I absolutely hate having to constantly go through the starter stuff. Usually it's annoying, takes a long time, stuff like that. But this one, as soon as you craft your bedroll, so we're going to go ahead, we got our stuff there. We're going to craft a bedroll, and we're going to place it down, boom. Now we have the quest to go to the settlement. And we already get the stuff that we would already kind of, have to craft to gather, stuff like that. That's why I like this, because it saves a little bit of time. Now, it's not super... I didn't mean to drop that. It's not super game breaking, but it's one of those things that just, really just helps speed everything up a little bit, because it can take a long time. Not really a long time, but it could be annoying to find the the feathers for the arrows and stuff like that. It could be just kind of a pain in the butt. So this, just speeds it up a little bit. Just makes everything go by a little bit faster, which is why I like it. So thank you, Aurora Giggle Fairy. I really appreciate it. But with that, we're going to go ahead and move on to the next mod. Alright, folks. So the next mod is called the Electric Eel Trap by MD420 Reaper. That's a heck of a name. It's a neat little thing. You come in here in your inventory. I've got one right here. It's just a little, it's a little electric eel thing. When you go to craft it, you just say eel. I probably should have typed in trap. There we go. Electric eel trap. Now, you do have to unlock it with the level 3 advanced engineering, and it takes lead, acid, and murky water. But you come in here, and you can only place it in like a pit or a container or something like that, and you see how it kind of fills in the water. Look at that. It, does pretty decent damage. But this is just another neat little trap that you can make once you get your engineering up, that it actually makes moats more interesting, because otherwise, like how it used to be, a zombie wouldn't be able to jump. They would just kind of, try to work their way up the moat, but they couldn't often do it. But with this, like especially with how the cities and stuff work, you can actually take these ditches, and depending upon how you set up, you could do like that, and then have your self blocked off a nice little area with some eel traps that are going to do some pretty decent damage. As you saw, like I'm getting shocked a decent amount here. 20 to 30 health per go, and if you've got a line of these, that's just a lot more damage that's going to happen to zombies as they walk through. And, it's a nice little looking block to help fill in some water areas. So that's always a plus, make more watery looking stuff, like right here. It actually looks like there's water here, which I like. And now I'm talking about there's water here. I'm going to fill it in. Look at that. Looks like a normal little pool. Ha la 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 la. Oh no, we're getting shocked. We're gonna die. Look at that. I love that. But with that, we're gonna go ahead and move on to the next mod. Alright, folks, so our next mod here is the Offroad Buggy by Xylox. And this thing looks really, really neat. It's a cool looking vehicle. It kind of functions and acts the exact same way as the vanilla 4x4. There is this weird noise you hear as it turns, which sounds like it's, running stuff over or grinding or something. I'm not sure what that's about. Past that, though, it's a cool looking vehicle. That's why I like it. That's why it's on here. I love vehicle mods in general, and this is just one that looks good. It looks really interesting to me. And it's just a nice little fun vehicle to have. You're sitting there playing around, just have yourself a little off-road buggy. something that looks different than the vanilla vehicles. And come on, let me get on top of it. King of the world up here. But it's a small mod, but you know, it looks really nice and I like it. So with that, we're gonna go ahead and move on to the next mod. Alright folks, so the next mods we're going to cover are actually 3 in 1. It's the Sacred Weapons, Bows, and Armor sets by DevGang/DonnaCrap. And it's actually really cool because you actually get a tier 1 through tier 3 weapons, tools, you get bows, and then you also get tier 1 through tier 3 steel armor. Now the tier 3, you have to have a tier 2 to craft. The tier 2, you have to have a tier 1 to craft. But how you craft these is if you have glass and raw meat, you craft Essence of Life. So if you look on here, we go to that, you say Essence of Life, you craft it at the chemistry bench. If you have the Rotting Flesh and some, gotta click on recipes, you have the Essence of Death, you can craft with the Rotting Flesh and glass. So it actually gives you a reason to collect glass besides just smelting. And these weapons are seriously cool. So look at the damage here on the tier 1 pistol, 117. Look at it here on the tier 3. 570. Look on the shotgun. Snipers. It's insane the amount of damage that you can spit out with these things. And what's really cool, so we're actually going to go ahead and I'm going to show you guys the difference between a couple of these items. We're going to grab the 2 shotgun, tier 1, tier 2 shotgun, tier 1 M60, tier 3 M60, the bow, and the tier 1 tier 2 shovel. So we're gonna go ahead and we got the shotguns here. We're gonna spawn in some mutated guys. Spawn in a couple mutated radiated. So we've got 3 there, right? You know, we're gonna spawn, or we'll see. So we're gonna take the shotgun. Okay, it clears out the line pretty good. But now we're gonna go ahead and we're gonna spawn in a few more. So we're gonna do 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Let's see how far it goes through. Doesn't quite take out all of them, but let's see what happens when we use the tier 3 shotgun and we spawn in 5. So we're gonna do 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So let's see. About the same. We might have been a little too far away. Might not have gotten the full effect, but that's still really cool. And like with the tier 1, we're gonna go ahead and reload these. I was playing around with them earlier, having fun, goofing off. So look at how fast that tier 3 reloaded. That was a fraction of the time it took that tier 1. But look at how far the reticle is on the tier 1. It fires about the same between the two, except the tier 2 or the tier 3 seems to fire a little bit more. But the reticle for aiming is a lot tighter, so you've got a heck of a lot tighter grouping. And you've got 200 rounds as opposed to 85 to just sit here and clean up a horde. You just sit there and do like this. Just waste them. Waste the horde. It's super freaking cool. And the bow, the tier 1 bow, it fires okay. It's somewhat fast. I mean, a little bit wider, but watch this tier 3. As soon as you release it, man, that damn thing is at its target. So it is going to be dropping zombies really quickly, and it's fantastic, beyond fantastic for a stealth build. This bow lets stealth be truly super viable, especially in-game, with how fast it goes. Now, granted, there's still some stuff where, you know, zombies just wake up regardless because that's just how it's set, but still, it's super fun. But when you craft them, you come in here and you have your essences. What you do is you come to the chemistry bench and you craft an Essence of Purgatory. Now, once you get your Essence of Purgatory, you can come in here and you can start crafting all these different things and just start upgrading them to the higher values. Like, look at that. This is all it takes. I mean, like I said, you have to have the tier 1 version to be able to go up to the tier 3 version. But, I mean, still, forge still some essence of stuff. So, you know, a lot of people, like me specifically, when I'm, you know, crafting through and I'm doing stuff, playing the game, kind of by the end of the time I'm done, I have a ton of meat and a ton of stuff just sitting around. So this actually lets me use it without just letting it sit there. Now, granted, I use it for food and stuff like that, but eventually you hit a point where you just no longer need to worry about food. You just find so much while you're out looting and stuff like that. It just makes it, you know, easy. But these weapons are super cool, and the armor itself is super fun too. So we're gonna go ahead and we're gonna turn back on the AI, and we're gonna spawn in just a bunch of zombie toms. Hey buddies, just come beat on me a little bit. See, I am losing some health. Nothing super major. By now, without the armor, or even with some armor and stuff, I probably would have, you know, a couple broken bones, a concussion. I've got an abrasion. You know, one zombie smacking on you for this long, even though it's only been a few seconds, is just gonna, you know, wreck your day normal play-wise. But now I can just bloop, bloop. Took care of those guys. And the shovels. Man, look at these shovels. So that's the tier 1 shovel. You know, kind of goes like a normal shovel. Not super duper fast. You run out of stamina. Watch this tier 3. Stamina usage. What's that? Look at that. Look at that. Man, I love these things. Oh, God, balls. She scared the poop out of me. Oh, lady. What the hell is your problem? You scared me. Scared the hell out of me walking around the fence like that. Oh man, I originally saw these mods. Dev Gang posted these in the Video 42 Discord, and I saw these. I was like, holy crap, these actually look really cool. And I love mods like this that add in a different form of progression. That's why this is here, because it's super duper cool. I love stuff like this that brings in new progression, new items that you can play around with. And, you know, these things are OP as hell because they kind of a pain in the ass to craft. Like, to get to the point where you can craft them, you're not going to craft them day one. You know, I spawned these in on day one just so I can show you guys. But, like, if you're going to actually craft these in the game, you know, it's going to be a few weeks before you can craft them normally. So, you know, it's not going to be your first couple Horde nights, but, you know, by the end of your playthrough, these are going to be letting you have just an absolute ton of fun. But with that, we're going to go ahead and move on to the last mod. Alright folks, so our last mod celebrates the upcoming holiday, the Yuletide, with the Alpha 20 Santa and Friends Zombies by Mickey Pew Pew, and these things are cool as crap, but they are hard as balls zombies for when you get to a higher game stage. So right here we have Bobby the Elf. What's up, Bobby? And then we have Bernard the Elf, and then we have Holly the Elf, and then we have Buddy the Elf, with good old Saint Nick, Santa Claus himself. And these guys are tough. Now, I am not in God mode. I do have the AI frozen. See that little cold buff keeps you from being able to run away. These guys, I'm actually going to go into God mode so I can show you what they do. So, we got Bobby over there getting electrocuted. Don't worry, he'll regenerate. You see those rocks that they throw? Those things do some hellacious damage. Look at that. Those will actually blow up cars and stuff like that pretty easily. These are not the zombies you want to run into on a normal normal game. These guys are not fun. Holly had more freaking health than Santa did. Damn, Bernard, just end it, buddy. Go ahead and get some looty loots. But look at that. Drop different colored bags. Ah, I love these zombies so much. Get down. What the hell's wrong with that dude? You see him? Man, but those zombies, the elves and Santa, we're gonna go ahead and freeze the AI again real quick. These guys are so cool, and the fact that Mick Pew Pew added these in for the holiday, what, you know, is fun. I've been playing with these for a while. You don't see these until a higher game stage. These are definitely boss type zombies. You're not going to run into these early game. It's going to be like day, I think first time I saw these was day 60, somewhere around there, day 70. It was high. I had a high game stage, and they absolutely destroyed me the first time I ran into them, because I wasn't expecting, like, I knew they were there, but I didn't know that they had, you know, anything really special to do. It was just, oh, hey, look, you know, they're here, whatever, no biggie. And the next thing I know, I was dead, and I was like, what the crap? And then I saw them on a Horde night, and I was like, what the crap? And I had a lot of fun. It was really interesting fighting these on a Horde night when you've got just a crap ton of zombies around them. cops and everything else. Just, you have so much fun with them. But that is it for the week, folks. Thanks for sticking around. I hope you had fun. Make sure you like, subscribe, drop a comment down below. Let me know what you think. Have fun, take it easy, and we will see you next time.